Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure.
Hey, what's happening out there, good people? I hope that you guys are having a blessed start to your week here. Last week was amazing. I know it was for me, so hopefully it was for you guys. But today we got something in store. Today I'm going to be talking to you, man. Again, this is our mindset day. So I'm going to be talking to you the importance of building your influence, which will help build your income. I'm telling you, in 2024, this actually was happening back in like 2018, 19, a little before then too. I can't remember the exact, but it was happening back then. But now we're in a state that I'm telling you right now, your influence will dictate your income. And this is what I want to break down to you guys today and explain to you the importance of your influence. So once again, I appreciate you guys being here with me today. We're on our Dollars to Cents podcast. We are live each and every week, Tuesday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. On Tuesdays, we go over the mindset and business. On Wednesdays, we go over government contracting. And on Thursdays, we talk about some tools and features that can help you grow as a business. That's where we have our AI, and most importantly, we talk about SB money flow. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button, that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this feed out with 3 other business owners and entrepreneurs so they can figure out how to generate some of this cash. All right. But before we get started here, don't forget, put in the comments where you are tuning in from, whether you're listening live or you are listening on replay. You never know who you could possibly be networking with. And also, don't forget that I am a millionaire. Yes, I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. But I want you to be a millionaire. So when you type that in the chat, I need you to mean it. I need you to believe it. This is so when you come back 6 months from now and you read that chat, you watch that video, you see you claimed the millionaire status, and you're actually going to be generating that $1 million. So make sure that you guys are dropping that down in there too. Before we get rolling, see we got in the house. We got my guy Timothy in the building. What's happening with you out there in Houston? TTG, what's going on? Got my girl Crystal in the building. What's happening with you, Crystal? And we got my man Robert in the building as well. What's going on with you, Robert? Duval in the house. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you being part of the community as well, Robert. I'm always brag on Robert, man. He's doing some amazing things out there in Duval, cutting. Well, I don't say cutting grass. He's more than just cutting grass. This is a whole lawn care. You know, they handle the whole thing. Everything that you can think about when it comes to the lawn care industry. My man Robert knocks it out, and he's killing it with these contracts too. So again, shout outs to you, Robert. Keep doing amazing things. We got Simone in the building out there in Cali. What's happening, Simone? I also appreciate your support, being part of this community and helping us out over here as well. We got Kimmy in the building. What's happening with you, Kimmy? And we got Z in the building, another millionaire in the building. I hope that all of y'all are having a blessed start to your week here. Now, today, again, I got a little treat for you guys, okay? This was something that once I figured it out, it changed my life. It's continuing to change my life. And everything is just excelling, all because of influence. And that's what I want to touch on today. You know, I have quite a few people to tell me all the time, like, Travis, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to post content and all that stuff. But you want to generate revenue. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. I don't like being on camera all the time as well. I don't like turning these cameras on. But we're in 2024. And this is just the way that things are moving. So I'm going to be touching on some notes with you guys today. So feel free to pull out pen, pad, paper, take notes. If you got questions about anything that I go over, drop the question in the comments and I will answer the question when I get to it. Also, it'll probably be a little interactive here. You know, the more that you guys interact, the better that you learn these operations so you can become a millionaire. Now, remember, we're really touching on the mindset today. It's not more so steps to take, but it's understanding how you got to think and operate in order to generate this $1 million that I know each and every one of you guys are going to get here. All right, so let me change my screen and get over to our show side of the house. Now, if you improve your influence, it is a guaranteed fact that you will increase your income. I'm telling you guys that right now. I need you to lock it in your brain, put it in a stamp, whatever you need to do. I want you to remember this line. If you improve your influence, you are guaranteed to increase your income. Now, I want you guys to do this. You can put this in the chat. All right, if you could think of it off the top of your head, I want you to think from the numbers of 1 to 10, 1 being the least and 10 being the most. If I was to ask you, what celebrity do you think is like the top celebrity out here on a scale of 1? I'm not paying that celebrity no attention. And 10, I mean, I'm locked in with that celebrity. So I'll tell you my numbers. Feel free to put yours in the chat. When I think of number 1 of somebody that's a celebrity that I would pay absolutely no attention to, it would be somebody like Charlie Sheen, right? And I'm not listening to absolutely anything that Charlie Sheen tells me at any time of the day or the week. I don't want to hear anything that he got to say. But at a number 10, well, I got to go Denzel, right? Denzel tells me anything, man. I'm just listening to Denzel. Denzel, I've been with Denzel since Training Day. Well, way before Training Day, but you know, Training Day, American Gangster just took me to another level with Denzel. So, you know, if he tells me something, I am going to lock in and listen. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because of his influence. So I ask people this all the time. If that person that you put at a number 10 on the scale of 1 to 10, if that number 10 person that you wrote down came to you today and said, hey, Simone, I have an opportunity available for you, would you do it? Right? Now, I'm going to say, yeah. And that's what I want to ask you guys. Put in the comments if your favorite celebrity came to you and just said, hey, I have an opportunity available. Are you going to do it? Yes or no? Put a yes or no in the comments to let me know. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, yes, I am going to do it. But do you know one factor of that whole conversation and even that thought process of me asking you that? Every time I get in front of a group of individuals and I ask this question, 99.99% of these individuals, I seen Oprah Winfrey up here. I can guarantee you this. If Oprah Winfrey came up to you and said, Kimmy, I got an opportunity available for you, you're just going to do it. And again, I never asked you guys, or you never even asked the celebrity or me, what is the opportunity? Like, you don't even care. Oprah came up to me and said, I got something for you to do. You just say yes. If Denzel came up to me and said, Travis, I got something for you to do, I'm just going to say yes. I never asked. He could be asking me to clean toilet bowls or something. I don't know. I will argue after I find out I'm cleaning toilet bowls. But the moral of what I'm trying to share with you guys is the level of influence actually removes logic. By me buying into them so much, I just believe that they would never steer me down the wrong route. So I'm just going to agree, yes, I would do it. So just that little level right there, I'm showing you what is the importance of influence and why each and every one of you all need to do it. Why do people show up to my YouTube? Because I'm building influence. Why do they join my programs, come to my live workshops, follow the directions that I tell them to do? It's simply because I'm building the influence. And that is why it is so important. I guess I jumped a little far ahead there, huh? Now, y'all see, I got my notes all messed up. Now, I'll tell you guys this line right here. If you elevate your level of influence in your mind first, I want to repeat this again. If you elevate your level of influence in your mind first, it will force people to begin to elevate your level of influence in their mind. If you don't believe you're an influential person, nobody else will view you as an influential person. I believe I'm one of the most influential people when it comes to government contracting, let alone small business. I truly believe that, and I know that. This is why people, when I talk, they already know I'm speaking with confidence. I'm building the influence because I truly believe I'm there. And if you don't believe that you can become a person of influence, again, you'll never do it. That's just like I'm telling you, when you type I am a millionaire in there, if you can't believe that you can become a millionaire, then it's a guaranteed fact you won't achieve it. So being or increasing your influence at this moment is going to first require you to call yourself an influential person. Now, may you be an influential person over your community? Maybe not, just getting started out. Will you be an influential person over millionaires? Probably not. But I'm telling you right now, if you know information, I don't care what the information is, real estate, healthcare, basket weaving, how to take care of your body, working out, chewing gum, hell, potato gun sales. Like, I'm telling you, no matter whatever it is, there's somebody out here in this world right now at this moment that will see you as a person of influence if you believe that you're a person of influence. Because here's the kicker, guys. People never, ever see you through their own eyes. The only way that people see you is through your eyes. I'm telling you. People listen to the way that I talk about myself, the way that I operate. They respect the way that I treat myself, and they'll never treat me any other type of way. And if they do, they will get slapped. It's just the way it is. But once again, that's how I see myself. In every piece, every angle, every view that I see myself in, I force everybody else's eyes to see nothing but the same thing. Once again, these are the simple things that you all can do right now at this moment. Now, guys, there's 4 ways to increase your influence. I want you guys to put these in the chat so you can remember these. Again, there's 4 ways to increase your level of influence. The first thing, which is one of the most important things, is your character. What type of person are you? Are you a good character? A bad character? A funny character? Trust me, funny characters, I make it a long way, just FYI. Serious? Don't put up with BS? What is your character? Again, once you have the character that the community that you're communicating with enjoys, guess what? You build your influence. The second way that you can build your influence and increase your influence is contributing. Now, every time I tell people this, contributing, their mind automatically goes back to church and they think about putting their money in the pot. Did I put dollars up there or did I say contributing? At this moment right now, I am contributing to the community. There's no charge here for this stuff. I go live every week, 3 times a week. I'm contributing my knowledge. The wisdom that the man upstairs gave to me, I'm contributing it back to my community so they can get educated, and I'm doing it completely for free. Your time can be of value to somebody's life. You can contribute that. If you do got the money, by all means, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people can use your money. Don't get it twisted. If you want to be the person that contributes your money over your time, by all means, contribute that money. But don't just, guys, you know what really irritates me when people contribute money? I watch people contribute money in the dumbest stuff and then complain about what's going on in their own backyard. Like, why didn't you go contribute that money to a local homeless shelter? A local single mom situation going on. They got shelters for them too. Why don't you contribute it to your local church? Why don't you go buy groceries for somebody or something of that nature? But, you know, just throwing the money out there, the stupid stuff, talking about you contribute, that just don't make sense to me when you can be the factor to change your own community. But I can guarantee you this, when you cut a check, oh man, people take pictures. You can cut a check for $500 and people take a picture and put you as the person of influence. They will talk about you to like you the best thing since sliced bread. I'm trying to tell you, contributing changes the game. But you can contribute again with your time. There's STEM programs that you could contribute and help out these little babies out here. They need our support, especially in these cities. There's so many factors that you could do. They got Habitat for Humanities. You can help build houses. And guess what? Take a picture while you're doing it. Record it. I know people all the time, you got to record everything you do. Yeah, we do got to record everything we do. We're in 2024. We talking about influence. Now, of course, you don't have to record everything that you do, but you get my point. Show the people that you contributed. The third way that you can increase your influence is with confidence. Every time I step in a room, listen, let me tell y'all, look, y'all see me on this camera and I be in like just regular t-shirts and shorts. But when I put this damn suit on and I walk through these doors down here in DC in these government buildings and I go to these meetings that I really just don't be putting on camera because everybody don't need to see that. When I walk in this room, they know Travis mean business. And they know I'm not coming here to play games. I'm not coming here to do no small talk. I'm coming here to solve a problem, and I knew the problem that I was going to solve. I speak in confidence. When I walk in the room, the whole damn room turns and looks at me. And if they didn't turn and look at me, I'm going to wait for the pivotal time to raise my hand and ask a question of knowledge and force the whole room to look at me. But I'd be damned if everybody in this room don't smell my confidence. You got to breathe that. They feel my confidence every time I walk in. Every time I open up a live video, I watch everybody on YouTube that talks about the stuff. What is Travis about to say today? Because they know I'm about to speak with confidence. I don't care who's in front of me. Anybody can get it. That's confidence. And the fourth way to increase your influence is through communication. You got to be able to communicate with people. And again, I'm going to break these 4 ways down a little bit more, especially when it comes to this communication piece, because communication, I believe, is the top one. But without combining all 4 of them together, guess what? You never gain influence. You can't have good communication and be a bad character. You can't have good character and good communication and not have confidence while you're talking. You can't not contribute to the society and you got good character, communication, and confidence. Then something's just missing. How can you not contribute? All 4 of them must work together. And naturally, you will take yourself to another level. Now, one of my mentors told me something a long time ago. He said this: the quality of your life will be the quality of your communication. I'm going to repeat this one again. The quality of your life will be the quality of your communication. So let me explain something. When he first told me this, I was young and dumb. I think I may even been drunk when he told me this. I can't even remember. I wasn't listening to him. It wasn't until I went through some trials and tribulations. I still got it on notes, as you can see today. I take notes and I always come back to reference it, because usually at the time that I was taking the notes, I wasn't really ready for the information that was being served. So I know I got to come back to it. And this was one of the things that I had to come back to. The quality of your life will be the quality of your communication. Now, see, before I really paid attention to this, the only way that I was able to communicate was in the streets. That's the people that I felt confident and comfortable communicating with. We could talk about all types of street talk. We could talk about basketball and football. We could talk about shoes. We could talk about music. All that BS. I could talk about all that BS all day long back then. When I wanted to raise my value and I wanted to get bigger opportunities for myself, I shriveled up. I shriveled up because I walked in one room and the way that they was communicating was a way that I never heard before. They were talking in words that I didn't understand. They were going around just blurting information out, and everybody was okay with the definitions to the words that they were saying. I wasn't that way. Nobody around me ever communicated like that. But the quality of life that I wanted for myself, this quality of life that was over there that I never seen, that I never achieved, it involved me becoming a better communicator. The minute that I took on that hurdle, and trust me, I ran from it. Don't get it twisted. I definitely ran from communication. I didn't want to go to no networking event. I didn't want to go to no conference. My very first conference that I went to, I paid over $1,400 for it, and I sat in the corner the whole time. I didn't talk to nobody. I went up to my room after the event because I didn't know how to communicate. It wasn't until I finally said, Travis, you don't know how to talk. Why do you keep going to places that you must talk and communicate and you're not doing it expecting results to come out of it? Just because you showed up, that doesn't create the results. You got to take the action. The action was the communication. So when I now got older, I realized the statement that they were saying. The quality of your life will be the quality of your communication. Keep communicating with broke people and your ass gonna stay broke too. You communicate with rich people, successful people, people who are doing better things with their life. Guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to get a better life. Now, there's 3 types of communication here. I told you I was going to give y'all a lesson on communication tonight. Somebody drop a fire emoji down there in the chat if y'all are picking up what I'm putting down so far. I need to know that y'all are learning a little bit something. Make sure, too, that you are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. Share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners, so they can realize the importance of influence. Again, we are talking about why should you be trying to earn influence in today's time? This is 2024. If you can raise your level of influence, you raise your income. It's a guaranteed fact. I'm showing you this stuff right now. So there's 3 types of communications. The first type is vertical communication. Does anybody know what vertical communication is? Can somebody put in the chat? When I say vertical communications, do you know what I mean by vertical communications? Again, vertical. What does vertical mean? Up. Ain't that what vertical? I ain't say horizontal. I ain't say slanted. I said vertical communications. So if we are doing vertical communications, it's only one thing that's vertical. It's the man upstairs. Whatever God you call him. Look, I'm not here to argue with that either. As long as you believe in a higher power, and hopefully it's a positive higher power that you believe in. I don't think anybody will be on my channel with any negative higher power. I'm talking about the higher power that you believe in. That is vertical communication. If you don't have communication between you and God, you in trouble. And I personally can't communicate with anybody that has absolutely no communication with the man upstairs. I ain't say that you got to go through the church doors and you got to go to the pulpit and praise, shout every day. I didn't say that. I said you and him. That's it. That's all I need you to have communication with, between you and him. If I ask you, do you communicate with the man upstairs, and you tell me, no, I don't want to work with you. But if you tell me, hey, I prayed to the man upstairs last night, or, when I get myself in situations, I ask the man upstairs for assistance. Okay, well, look, that's a good start. I know you communicate vertically. The reason behind all of this, because I told you the other 4 earlier. When you communicate vertically, that helps build that character. I already know that you're a person with good character. Then you got this thing called internal communication. Internal communication. How many of you guys have ever talked to yourself? Put a me in the comment if you have ever had a conversation with yourself. Now, if you answer yourself, that's a different story. I just said talk to yourself. But I answer myself from time to time. I ain't going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But I have a conversation with myself every day. It be that little person that's sitting on your shoulder. See, this little internal person, this internal communication, whether you know it or not, this internal communication is controlling your confidence. See, sometimes you can have that little person on your shoulder communicating with you in a negative way. That person could be calling you a little fat bastard, and it could hurt your feelings. That little person could tell you to go drown your sorrows in a slice of pizza. That little person could be on your shoulder and tell you, everybody's being racist against you. That little person on your shoulder could tell you when you walk outside the door, black men, the world's against you. That's what that little person could tell you on your shoulder, if that's what you allow that little person to hear all the time. See, I don't allow the little person to hear that. The only thing that this little person can hear is confidence. The only thing that this little person can hear is belief. The only thing it can hear is instructions on how to get better. It don't know negative information. So when I have a conversation with them, I'm not ever putting myself down. I'm not ever doubting myself. Every time I have the conversation, it's actually telling me, should I go left or right? But we going left or right. We ain't never stop. One of these directions we going in, and I just needed some confirmation from the little man. Which way should I go? That's that internal conversation. And the only way to fix your internal communication is you got to read more books. You got to continue to educate yourself, and you got to change your network. Because I told you that internal communication been getting beat up all his life. All is heard is negative stuff. You turn on the TV, you go to the news, all they talk about is negative information that the characters, the image of the negative stuff that they give off look like me and you. So naturally, we start to put ourselves right there. And again, our internal communication starts to change. Well, I'm telling you right now, you got to change that. You got to turn off the TV. Instead of looking at the TV for the news, turn on the stock market. It ain't nothing that's going to happen in the news that's going to impact your life. I don't even care if you don't know the weather. You know, you should have an app on your phone to tell you the weather, but we don't need to turn on the news to look at the weather. I don't care what's going on in the rap industry, entertainment industry. Don't none of that industry impact my life. I ain't never made a movie and I ain't never rapped a bar. I don't care what they do. So I don't want to hear that. Instead of the music that I used to put in my ears to give me negative thoughts and make me want to do some crazy things, instead I start listening to podcasts on how-tos. How do I invest my money? How do I get into real estate? How do I do taxes? How do I do bookkeeping? How do I do sales and marketing? All of that stuff started going into my ears now. And it changed my internal conversation that I started having with myself. Once again, these are simple tasks that you can do. The third one that we got, horizontal communication. Horizontal communication is people's personality types. Now, I don't know all the personality types. You know, I can't go over all them lessons, but I simplified it. Y'all know I like to simplify things. You know, when something gets a little too crazy for me, I just figure simplify it and you can make things happen for yourself. All right. So let's take a look at this thing. Now, there's 4 types of personalities that I've simplified this thing down into. Could be more. I know they got the little personality test and I've seen stuff out there. But again, simplification is key to me. I've gotten paid the most money in my life just because I simplified things. I ain't make it complicated. The simpler things can be, the more you get paid. So the 4 types of personalities that I got. The first one is a task-oriented person. I think they call these type A personalities. What are they? Alpha man or whatever they call it. See, this is why I don't like all these labels, man. All these labels, they all be meaning the same thing, but depending on how you say it, the word in the front and the beginning just has a whole different definitions. I hate this part of the American language. But a task-oriented person is that type A person. If I ask you guys, put in the comments. Oh, that boy got over. If I ask you guys, put in the comments, who is somebody that is a type A person, an alpha male, somebody who don't play around? It's all about leadership, right? These are task-oriented people, and I'll give you guys some examples. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant plays no games. His task was to win a championship. And if anything got in his way, he'd slap you. Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a task-oriented person. His number one goal was to win a championship by any means necessary. I don't care if it ruins my marriage, kids, friendship, or anything. I'm here to win a championship. Those are task-oriented people. Task-oriented people. They want one thing, being on the top. And they want to get there as fast as they can. Now, I should also say that those are task-oriented, outgoing people. Now, I combine these 4 right here. That was a task-oriented, outgoing individual. They demand respect right now. Now you can have a task-oriented introvert, right? You can still be task-oriented, but you just ain't the person to talk to people all the time. So who are these type individuals? Researchers, right? They're very task oriented, but they don't want to talk to anybody. They want to do their research, come up with their conclusion, and let you know this is the way it's going to be. You can't rush a task oriented, introverted person. They're going to do it on their time. Survey pilots is also another individual that's a task oriented introvert. Again, I hope y'all see how I'm combining these personalities here. Had to simplify it. The next one that we got is people-oriented, outgoing individuals. Who is a people-oriented, outgoing individual? Again, these are obviously individuals that like people and they're outgoing. So who are some of these type people? Well, I like to look at these individuals as the life of the party. When they come in the room, everybody get excited. Like, I mean, the room just goes crazy. So who are these type of individuals? Dennis Rodman to me. Dennis Rodman is a people-oriented, outgoing person. When I watch the Jordan series, whatever they call it, they said Dennis Rodman was the life of the party. Like, Rodman show up, the whole club knew it's party time. That's a people-oriented, outgoing person. Daredevils. Daredevils are people-oriented and outgoing. They're willing to risk their life to please people. Like, that got to be crazy to me. What I learned about people-oriented, outgoing individuals, they make up the best salespeople. I'm telling you right now, if you ever go to hire somebody to do sales for you, you need to make sure that they are people-oriented, outgoing individuals, because here's what they're going to talk about all the time. All they're going to talk about is having fun and going on vacation. That's why they love sales, because there's no cap to the amount of money that they can make. They can make $10 million in the next 2 months, and they understand the power of that because they understand sales. They're good at sales because they understand people. They understand people because they're outgoing, always talking to them. And last but not least, you got people-oriented introverts. Who the heck could be some people-oriented introverts? They still got to like people, but then they got to not like people. That sounds a little crazy right there, Travis. How can you be people-oriented and an introvert? Well, here's how. You become a farmer. Look, I be sitting on Hello Houston, and I be talking to my Texan crew all the time, and they be talking about all that country stuff and planting cow manure and being out in the hot heat and all of this stuff. You got to care about people in order to be a farmer supplying the people with food. You may not want to talk to people, but you really care about people, or else you wouldn't been trying to grow the food for the people. And I'm not here to argue that farmers got pesticides and all. Look, I don't care if they spray something on it or not. Do you understand that they had to go outside and sit in that heat and play with those vegetables? Even if they had to spray something on it, they had to play in the heat all day long, deal with stanky land in the worst conditions, all to deliver food to your table. That's what a people-oriented introvert person looks like. These individuals also never talk about money. I can't go to a farmer talking about money. They don't care about money. Money ain't a thing to them. They live off their land. They don't live in the city. They don't need the Ferrari and the Lamborghini. They don't need to live in the penthouse. They got their land. So the worst thing you could do to these individuals is talk about money. You'll make them really, really mad if you talk about money. The next thing that we have here, I got to move some stuff out of here so I can pop it up. Is if you want to position yourself to be a person of authority, you must have good-ish to say. You got to say it well, and you got to say it often. I'm going to say this again, and let me erase this other stuff because I feel like it may be distractions to you that you can't see what I'm telling you right here. To position yourself as a person of authority in 2024, you got to find some good-ish to talk about. You have to talk about it well, and you got to talk about it often. I got people like Travis, this is my niche, and I went live one time a week. Well, that's not often. You got 7 days a week, 24 hours in a day, and you told me that you only spent 1 hour out of those 24 hours of 7 days a week. Only 1 hour was what you was talking about with what you do. Well, you must not have no good stuff to talk about, because when you got good stuff to talk about, you could just keep creating shows on shows on shows on shows. But when you don't have good stuff to talk about, you're real limited on the conversation that you can have. If you can't talk about the good stuff that you know well, that means that you really don't know what you're talking about. Because I could talk about government contracting all day long till I'm blue in the face. I could talk about government contracting 365 days a year, 7 days a week for 24 hours a day. I could talk about business. Whether we're acquiring businesses or we talking about the sales and marketing of a business, if we talking about the finances of a business, I could talk about business all day long, especially if we go down the marketing realm. I could talk about marketing until I'm blue in the face. I got a whole tool that's based off marketing to the federal government, to your state, local government, to the private sector, to the consumers. I can talk about marketing all day. Because I got good-ish to talk about. I say it well and I say it often. I've created the authority for myself. Now, I want to give you guys some nuggets here of how you can create authority, how you can have good-ish to talk about, how you can go about saying it well and often. But first, you need to write a book. Guys, let me see if I can pull this up here. I wrote like 4 books. I don't know where they are today, but I wrote 4 books on my process of gaining authority. Matter of fact, here goes one of them. See if I can put it up on this screen right here. Let me see if I can share. Where we at? Share. Change this. We are going to go preview. That was one of the books that I wrote right here. Pure Money Guide to NFTs. When NFTs was popping, I made some money and I lost a little. Well, I guess I didn't lose the money, but I didn't make as much as I had. When NFTs was going on, I studied NFTs. I wrote a book about it. Next thing you know, I was a person of influence of NFTs. People was coming to me, Travis, NFTs. That's how that led me into AI. People ask me now, AI, what about AI? Guess what I should probably do? Write a book on AI. Anytime somebody writes a book, they just create authority for themselves. The other way that you could create authority is you develop trust. How can you develop trust? Answer questions. I'm here every week. I don't hide from nobody. I answer the questions. I don't tell you got to get in no programs or nothing, whatnot, or DM me so I can give you. I say it out loud. But most importantly, the process of people developing trust is because I gave them what they asked for. They may have paid for something or whatnot, and guess what? When they paid for it, I gave it to them. When I told them that I was going to meet them at 6 o'clock, I was there at 5:50 before they got there. I developed the trust. The next thing you do is be likable. Now, I'll tell you guys something about this whole likable thing. I don't want you to confuse this be likable thinking that you got to be likable with everybody in the world. I ain't never met a person that everybody in the world like ever in the history of my life. So you got to find your community and be likable for them. Again, I got people that don't like me right now. I got church folks that can't stand me. They say, Travis, you curse too much. I got people on LinkedIn that say, Travis, I ain't watching your videos on LinkedIn because you curse and you shouldn't curse on LinkedIn. I didn't know that a platform told me that I wasn't allowed to curse. And guess what? If the platform happened to tell me that I wasn't allowed to curse, guess what I don't do? I don't try to be likable to them. I never asked to be likable to the church folks. If you choose to like me, then I'll like you back. But if you allow one word to make you lose trust with me, to change the character of who I am, well, I'm in a free world. I don't have to like you either, and I don't have to conform to you to force you to like me. But here's the kicker. When you do know who the community is that you want to serve, the people that you want to help, whether it's with your product or service, if you want to become likable, the easiest way is to become like them. Until they like you and make them like you. It's like, look, if I figure out all of your pain points and I figure out how to communicate with you, I'm now figuring out how to be just like you. And if I can become just like you, that will force me to like you. And if I like you, it will force you to like me. I'm trying to tell y'all, learn how to serve other people. It ain't about you. Making yourself better, generating more money, getting to where you want to be in life, you got to stop thinking about you. You got to serve the people. I'm not making this stuff up. It was written in the Bible. It's written in the Quran or any other book that you want to read. If you like people, if you serve people, you will get what you want in return. But if every time before you do something, your first question is, how much am I getting paid for this? Well, guess what? You ain't going to get paid too much from that. If your first question is, what's in it for me? Well, guess what? You ain't going to get too much because you don't like nobody. You know how many people I've served and delivered to with nothing in return, and still till today, they didn't give me anything in return, but the man upstairs gave me everything else in return because I learned how to like the people that I could serve. And the more I like them, the more they start to like me. And last but not least, it's social proof. Again, I'm a bad person in the social proof side, but I'm telling you, I used to do this stuff. Here's the problem. I used to do this stuff like 6 years ago when I was getting started out. I went through the whole thing. It works. My downside is I got government contracts working too. So, sometimes I get a little lazy and I don't like putting up with people that I don't enjoy working with. And they end up ruining the whole day for everybody else. But things like social proof, I got them. They somewhere in my community chats and Facebook groups. I just don't go looking for them. But I'm telling you, if you're an individual that's trying to change your trajectory on life and you're serving and delivering people to people, you need to get that social proof from them. Ask them for a testimonial. If you can get a video testimonial, that's better than writing. But if you can get a writing testimonial, that's great too. What is a writing testimonial? Let me show y'all something. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something right here. Because again, this type stuff baffles me when individuals don't do the proper things to make themselves better. So let me change. What screen are we on? All right, that's the wrong screen. Primary. Nope, that's not the right screen. Y'all see, I got too many screens up here. All right, we're on Google. Let me zoom this in. When I say testimonials, well, people miss out on Google my business every day and it ain't nothing but a testimonial. I come over here to my page. They ain't gonna show me my stuff. All right, let's go to read reviews. Ain't these testimonials? It's all testimonials. So, I wonder why people don't have this stuff set up. I could take these right here and put them on my website if I wanted to. Like, I could go inside of my group chat and get the comments that people have put under there. I could go ask them for videos and whatnot to raise my social proof. And when you raise your social proof, you raise your influence. It's that simple. You could go inside of a Facebook group right now. You could start controlling a group. And every time people comment positive words when they on a webinar, that is all testimonials. The question is, why are you not collecting them? That part, I don't know. I can't begin to tell you why people ain't collecting testimonials. It's a question that we'll never figure out. Again, I'm not telling you don't collect the testimonials. I'm trying to tell you, you need the testimonials. Don't follow what I do unless you got millions of dollars in government contracts, and then you really ain't got to worry too much about testimonials. Just like I do. I don't, I ain't got time for that stuff. Either you believe me or you don't. I hope you believe me, but if you don't, I'm still going to go to sleep at night. But for those of you that want to raise your level of influence, I'm trying to tell you right now, we got to get some of that social proof in. Now, guys, I didn't put this up here, but I'm going to give you guys some tools that can help you all. Matter of fact, let me see if I can just do this right here real quick. What we're going to do, here's some tools that can help you guys. We're going to copy, put that right there. I'll move that here. Now, guys, here's some tools that can help you guys when it comes to communication, okay? So the first thing that I want to put right here is the ability to ask questions. This is one of your number one tools. The ability to ask questions. Guys, you can immediately become a person of influence if you ask the right questions. That's why I told you guys in the beginning, everybody feels my confidence when I walk in the room. And if they don't feel my confidence when I walk in the room, if everybody don't turn their neck and look at me when I walk into these government rooms, the first thing I'm thinking about is when is the best time to raise my hand in front of everybody in the room. And I'm going to ask the most profound question that forces everybody in this room to pay me attention. Because they're going to say, who the F does that ninja think he is? That ninja think he educated or something. That's exactly what I think. That's why I asked that question. And all of y'all ignorant people in the audience, your education level wasn't up to mine that you couldn't ask these type of thought-provoking questions. And they get it. The next thing that you guys can do, tools to help you out with this. Learn how to tell stories. See, the beauty about what I like about this section of it is I never said tell your story. I said you got to learn how to tell stories. And guess what? You'll learn how to tell more stories when you get yourself around more successful people that got successful stories to tell you about. The issue right now is all you got is these broke ass stories to tell people about. But when you change your network, you'll start to hear better stories, and now you'll be able to relay these stories because you're going to hear them over and over again. Nothing changes. You can either listen to broke stories or you can listen to rich stories. You can recite broke stories or you can recite rich stories. I know right now, I can go visit friends and family and they'll tell me about all of the broke stories. If I go visit people in college right now, all they're going to do is talk about all of the broke stories that we talked about while we was in college. I mean, I hear it left and right. I go with my Kappa chapter. All we're going to do is talk about broke stories when we was online. It's just continuous broke stories over and over again. The stories are still being told. They just broke. So what I'm telling you is learn how to tell better stories. Stories of the rich. stories of the successful. The next thing that you could do, develop your reputation. Developing your reputation can become so simple. Just do what you said that you was going to do. Show up at the time that you said that you was going to show up. Give what you said that you was going to give. These are simple things that you can do to develop your reputation. Another easy way to develop your reputation is follow up with people. It's the easiest task in the world to do, to follow up with people, but it's the hardest one all at the same time. You calling people once a month just to check on them will change their life. And guess what they gonna do? Like I always love, I talked to my grandmother today. I usually try to call her like at least once a month or once every other month. And I started the habit calling my mother and them. But, I try to create this habit of just calling people, checking on them and letting them know that I love them. I don't need anything from them, don't want anything from them. I just wanted to call and say, hey. Well, I developed this because I realized that's how I generated the most revenue that I've ever made in my life. I just followed up with people. I called and checked in on them. They already knew that, I wanted to go after certain projects and get certain work, but I didn't talk to them about that. I just called, checked up on them, said, hey, y'all want to go out, get a drink? Y'all want to do something? Hang out, treated them like a person. And by me treating them like a person in return, it developed my relationship. Every time I hang up the phone with my grandparent, I hang up the phone with my mentors, I hang up the phone with the elders that I've talked to that I'm just calling and checking on, I can hear before they even get off the phone. They say, hey, baby, that boy Travis, they called me today, and then they hang up. It just develops my reputation. Every time they talk about me, it's in positive words to every person that they talk to. And trust me, they talk to a lot of people. And all they do is praise my name. Simply because I followed up. And the last way that you can help yourself out, flexibility. Are you a person that's flexible? There's a lot of things going on in people's lives out here today. It's a lot of stuff happening. It's a lot of misinformation. It's a lot of information. People need help. People are in financial situations. People don't have a lot of time. Can you be flexible? Can you understand the things that are going on? And if you follow these paths, they have no choice but to build your influence. And trust me, once again, if you could take your level of influence, and I ask you today at this moment, where do you see yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to influence? If you answer yourself 5, 6, or 7, because that's usually what people are going to say. Nobody's going to give themselves a 1 and nobody's going to give themselves a 10. If your answer is 5, 6, or 7, you need to figure out, how do I get to a 10? You get to a 10 by following the steps that I showed you here today, and it won't come overnight. Building up the confidence to believe that yourself is a 10, a level 10 of influence. Like I got people right now. They ask me all the time, Travis, in the hell, I don't want to say just them. I ask myself all the time, why I don't have 100,000 plus followers. You know what I'm saying? Why I ain't got 1 million followers? Like, why are these other people on the internet talking about business got way more followers than me and they don't know what the hell they talking about? I used to ask, why? But then I step back and I say, well, look, I don't need 100,000 people. I don't need 1 million followers. I'm at a level 10 influential for the 16,000 people that follow me on YouTube. I'm at a level 10 influential for the 25,000 people, 27,000 people that follow me on Instagram. I'm at a level 10 influential for the small businesses, the 30,000 small businesses on my email list. I'm at a level 10 influential for these people down here in DC in these American government buildings in the federal side. I'm at a level 10 influence when I go to Prince George's County meeting with the government. I'm at a level 10. See, I'm at a level 10 to the people who need to see me as a level 10. I had to stop worrying about the million people out there that don't quite realize who I am yet, who still think that I'm at a level 1 or a level 2 as the same level as them. Well, that ain't the case. Until they meet me, they'll realize I'm a level 10 the day that they meet me. But until then, I'm okay with them calling me a level 1 or 2. They can't talk to my community and say nothing like that. They can't talk to all of those followers that see me as a level 10 and call me a level 1. They won't allow that to happen. So what I'm trying to encourage you guys today is there somebody out here in this world that wants to view you as a level 10 right now? Don't be scared. Don't shy yourself away. Discredit yourself. Tell yourself in your mind, I'm not a 10. You a 10. You a 10 to somebody. And if you got good issue talking about, and you talk about it well, and you talk about it often, those few people that you a level 10 to will eventually turn into 16,000, 25,000, 30,000 people on your email list, which will hopefully turn into 100,000, which will later turn into 1 million plus. But at the end of the day, the numbers don't matter. All you got to do is start the process of looking through your own eyes and seeing yourself as an influential person first. That is the main person that you need to get influence over. When you can gain influence over yourself, that little man on your shoulder gains influence. When that starts to happen, everybody around you will start to buy into. So start with you first. Hopefully, once again, you guys got value out of today. Make sure you're hitting that like button, that subscribe button. Share this video out with 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners that you know need to raise their level of influence so they can change their level of income here in 2024. Also, drop a fire emoji down there in the chat, guys. Drop that fire emoji down there in the chat. If you picked up anything that I put down for you tonight, that's the only way that I get an understanding that you understood me. So hopefully y'all realize how and the importance of why you need to raise your level of influence and how it's going to raise your income coming here in 2024. If you guys would like to join our community, well, guess what, guys? We got a completely amazing community for you guys. All you got to do, oops, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. All you got to do is visit $2cents.com. Once again, that's $2cents.com. When you do visit that, I guess I could just show you guys exactly what I'm talking about instead of doing that. When you do visit $2cents.com, okay, $2cents.com, you're going to come right on up here and click on community up here at the top. Let me zoom in for you. Click on this community tab, and guess what? It's going to bring you right here to our amazing community full of amazing individuals, small business owners back here for you guys to communicate with. And again, that's completely for free. So when you guys share the link out to this video, go ahead and share the link out to join our community. Once again, that is $2cents.com. You guys can join us over there today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this information. Don't forget, we are live here Tuesday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. On Tuesdays, we go over the mindset and business practices. On Wednesdays, it's government contracting. And on Thursdays, we talk about the tools, the AI, the SB money flows, the tools that small businesses need to excel. So make sure that you guys are subscribing to the channel so you can stay updated with all of this amazing information that we got available for you guys. If you missed something or if you guys want more training, I'm telling you, it's all on my YouTube. It's all sitting there on the YouTube under the live video section. Just go back there, indulge, learn as much information as you can, have some fun. And then most importantly, after you get yourself educated, once you find a video that really taught you something, all I ask for you to do is share that out with 3 other business owners and entrepreneurs so they can find out that amazing information that you learned as well. Once again, I thank you all. I love you all for being here. I will see you guys back here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time zone. Don't forget, guys, too, when the music goes off, this goes off. Once again, shout outs to my guy Trey too, man. Shout outs to Trey for creating our Pure Money song, homemade by the people in the community. See the power of the community. That's why y'all want to join it. But I love you all. I'll talk with you later.
It's just different.
And don't forget, I gotta change this.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got a lot. I keep a couple in the bag, homie.